calls coming in regarding income tax in North Dakota. We'll get to those in a bit. We're going to switch gears here for just a little bit. Your everlasting summer, you can see it. North Dakota Congressman Kevin Cramer. Well, he made the news. Not in a good way.
Yeah, I never seem to be bad at making the news.
Good Lord. Kevin Cramer, welcome to the Jay Thomas Show. All right, Kev, so go ahead.
It's good to be with you. I'm in my car, so I'm driving along the interstate here, so if I lose you, I'll call you back. But first of all, I have to weigh in on the income tax debate.
Okay, do it.
For what it's worth, I've always been of the belief, and I think that economics history will tell you this, that anytime you can reduce or eliminate an income tax, it's got the most benefit to the most people, and largely because it becomes such a great incentive for job creation, in addition to people getting to keep more of their own money. So that's always been my view. I've never shied away from expressing it. I wish we could do more of it in Congress, but it's great to be in a state where they actually have the opportunity to have a discussion about which taxes should we cut?
Yeah, no kidding. That doesn't happen in too many places around the United States in this day and age, that's for sure. I know we brought it up on my show Thursday, and we got a lot of phone calls on it, and I'm seriously considering, Kevin, starting doing an initiated measure here in North Dakota on it. Now, I wouldn't want a constitutional amendment. I'd want to set it up somehow where if times get tough, we can easily say, hey, look, we got to go back to an income tax here. But I do, too. I think it's the fairest. I think it puts money in everybody's pocket. Everybody's working. And, that's money that can go back into the economy.
No, that's right. But you raised the one point that is the source of the greatest concern, and that is, what if we need it again? And I suppose that's always possible, but that's why the legislature meets every couple of years, too.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm being told that there's a certain representative here in North Dakota that's drafting a bill on the personal income tax that he's going to bring up in the next session. So if it doesn't happen, then I guess Jay's going to have to go at it, man.
Well, you're the guy that can do it.
Yeah, there you go. All right, Kevin, no, I'm going to be honest with you here. What the hell were you thinking?
You mean about the Veterans Act?
Yes, come on, man. Cemetery?
Well, it's one of probably the single greatest symbol of American freedom and expression that we have in our state and probably in our country. And I had a whole group of veterans and a beautiful backdrop and an opportunity to create a beautiful ad that's a positive ad that honors veterans and restates my commitment to them and my commitment to their benefits as well as to their support while they're in the military itself. And it's a beautiful, positive ad that frankly presents our cemetery in a beautiful way as well. And of course, there'd be no other way to present that spectacular place.
Kevin, why did nobody or at least that's what I was told, that nobody contacted the state, the folks that run the cemetery, the veterans, to find out if this could legally be done, because in North Dakota, the political ads cannot be filmed in a veteran cemetery.
No, there is nothing illegal about doing it, and we didn't contact the people at the cemetery, largely because it is state land, it is public land. We shot a lot of public land throughout the campaign, including the Capitol grounds and the Heritage Center grounds and NDSU, the state park. And we shot it on a Saturday. And, of course, it's not like we hid from it, as you can tell. We had a 30-foot crane and a whole bunch of Patriot riders and several other veterans that participated in the ad. And again, done in the highest honor and the utmost respect for them and for the cause of veterans in this country. And frankly, much of the cause that our veterans fight for and freedom preserve is, of course, the freedom of expression and political expression, which, frankly, Jay, and you probably agree with me on this much, has taken way too much of a hit in recent years and decades that we don't enjoy or appreciate political expression nearly enough.
293. Kevin, will you take phone calls?
Sure, happy to.
293-9000 or toll free 888-970-9329. North Dakota Congressman Kevin Cramer on the Jay Thomas Show taking some heat over a political ad that was filmed in North Dakota's Veterans Cemetery. Also, you can email me, talk@wday.com. Jeff in Fargo, you're up on the Jay Thomas Show.
Good afternoon, Jay. How you doing, Comrade Kevin?
Hi, Jeff.
Yeah, you remember when I called you before on Scott Hedden's show, Kevin? When Louis Gohmert, the Tea Party guys were down moving the barricades in Washington for our veterans? You wouldn't get down there and move the veterans, but yet you'll use the dead soldiers in one of your ads? This is why the people in North Dakota got to vote for Jack Seaman and get rid of you Democrats and you Republicans, because you'll do whatever the leadership tells you to do, buddy. Have a great day, Jay.
Jeff, appreciate the phone call, 293-9000, 888-970-9329.
Well, he's got his right to express himself, too, and I appreciate what Jeff's saying. Actually, I did go down during the government shutdown and participate in some of the honor flight visits to the memorial, and of course, I led 5 honor flights to the World War II memorial, helped raise the money, and an honor to do it. But I appreciate Jeff's opinion and expression as well.
Rob PortCityBlog.com, you had a question for Kevin?
Yeah, I'm reading. Senator Sinner has responded, I guess, to the ad, and I'm quoting this from a Prairie Public article. He says, I quote, "Our Veterans Cemetery is hallowed ground. It is the final resting place for many service members who paid the ultimate sacrifice on behalf of freedoms that we enjoy. To use the North Dakota Veterans Cemetery as a backdrop for a political ad is beyond reproach." He says that, and this is just in the article now, he says, Sinner says Cramer owes an apology to veterans, servicemen, and women, and the people of North Dakota in the United States. What's your response to that?
Well, that's a lot of extreme rhetoric, and of course, my opponent has complained about every ad I've run so far. Last week he was complaining that the Farm Bill ad that I ran was taking credit for passing the Farm Bill when I was trying to kill one. He's criticized me for the ads to where I helped reopen the government because I closed the government. So he uses extreme rhetoric, and he's got the same right as I do to do that, I suppose, if that's what he wants to do. But that said, I would say to him and frankly to anybody else, go look at the ad. It's a beautiful ad that honors veterans and includes lots of veterans. All of those veterans in that ad are, by the way, some of them are Republicans, some of them are Democrats, most of them I have no idea what their political affiliation is, but they came to be part of something that's really very special, and that is an opportunity to express honor on our veterans and do it in that place. Nobody was surprised by the place. They all drove there, including all of those guys on their motorcycles. It was very heartwarming, frankly, when I saw them come over the hill and enter the cemetery. And all of them willingly and enthusiastically participated in the ad campaign. So no, I mean I understand George's point. He's got a job to do. He's trying to get elected to the position I hold. I think the ad it speaks for itself. It's a beautiful ad that honors veterans.
All right, let me get back to the phones here. Bob, you're up on a Jay Thomas Show with Congressman Kevin Cramer. Go ahead, Bob.
That's what I love about you, Kevin, is that you make yourself so available. I live in Minnesota, but I've considered moving to North Dakota just because of everything that's going on, and to know that I would have a representative that I could call, I could talk to, that makes himself available, that's transparent and upfront about things. It's such an attraction that you don't see anywhere else, and that's another big reason why North Dakota is so attractive, and I just wanted to get my 2 cents in. Thanks.
Bob.
Yeah, thanks, Bob. I appreciate that. I appreciate that encouragement. And Jay, what Bob says is a little bit obviously off the direct topic that we're talking about, but one thing I won't do is shy away from the controversy. If I do or say something that sparks controversy, I'm not afraid to sit and visit with people about it, and I might even be persuaded, a little bit by people's suggestions, and which is why, and maybe I haven't said this yet on the show, but out of a respect for people who are offended by the where the ad was shot, and out of respect for our National Guard and the people that do run the cemetery, so as to not embroil them into somebody's political controversy, I'm doing my part to try to get rid of that controversy. So we've replaced the ad.
At
least we are this afternoon, as soon as we can get the new ad.
I was gonna ask that question, Kevin, because you had said, obviously you stand behind the ad. You're saying it's a beautiful ad,
Sure.
but you decided to pull it. That's out of respect for the people who have a problem with it. Because I got to tell you, one thing that did bother me about the ad was that some of the names on some of those tombstones were visible in your ad. You can read them. And I was thinking to myself, like, what if my father's a veteran? What if his, and I hope this is a day that's far in the future, but one day when he passes away, I'm thinking, do I want my father's tombstone showing up in some politician's political ad that I may or may not agree with? I mean, I think, to me, that's something that's hard to, I think get over.
Kevin, let me take a quick break. Kevin, can you hang on for a second?
Sure.
Okay,
Sure, you bet.
Let me take a break. 293-9000. Or toll free 1-888-970-9329. Email talkwday.com. Congressman Kevin Cramer on the Jay Thomas Show talking about the political ad he's taking heat for. And I will say, Kevin, you're right. I picked up the phone today and, I got a hold of you, said, hey, Kev, left you a message. You called me back, said, Jay, I will come on. You will not shy away, whether it's a good thing or bad thing. You're willing to come on and talk to the people. And there's a lot of politicians, Kevin, that won't do that. I do give you kudos for that. When we come back, more with U.S. Congressman Kevin Cramer, 293-9000. This is the Jay Thomas Show.